titties and beer. Big old titties and beer. I thank God Almighty for titties and beer. Titties and beer.
Guys, how's it going? Yeah, I know, it's been a few days. First we had the thing down at Brian's, B Likes to Watch. That was supposed to be a super secret thing. Ray's the one that kind of put the whole thing together, and he didn't want anybody to tell anybody else, and it was his gig. So pretty much everybody respected his wishes and surprised the shit out of Brian, B Likes to Watch. Man, he has got a nice range. It's like a privately owned thing owned by a friend of his, and you got the pistol area and you got the longer stuff with the rifle. That's definitely what I either need to find or put together. Otherwise, I'm going to be taking the Shootapalooza on the road. I tell you, the rifle stuff was definitely a blast. Unfortunately, I didn't bring anything with me because I flew down there and just didn't want to have to deal with all that, especially flying into Commie Central, St. Louis. Quickly, I can talk about some of this stuff while we're taking a look at the beer for those purists that are only here for the brew review. We don't want to upset those people. Got a beer mail while I was gone from my good friend Stephen Bush. Dude, you got to make it to the shoot one of these times, or just pop on up and we'll do a couple brew reviews together. Let's see what was in the box. A lot of cool, really cool looking stuff. I love you with my stout, 12% by volume. Evil Twin Brewing. Double OPA. As far as I know, I think these are all Oklahoma beers. There might be some that aren't in here. Rocket Fuel, I just love the sound of that. 9.5%. Wow, most of these are all like monster beers. Best served. Let's see, this one is Hoptomologist. Double India Pale Ale. From Rough Tail Brewing, another one from Oklahoma. I see a serving temperature. I'm sure it's probably in here somewhere. Get that one. Coffee Nemesis Imperial Stout, 9% by volume. Elk Valley Brewing Company. Old Rasputin. You know, I know I've had this a long time ago, but I don't know if I don't think it was ever a brew review. Sent me an aged can of 1050. So, of course, we'd have to do a back-to-back, a fresh one, at least from this year's batch, and this one. And last but not least is Prairie Bomb from Artisan Ales, and this one comes in at a whopping 13% by volume. This is an Imperial Stout aged on coffee. There's a whole bunch of other things in here. Vanilla beans, chili peppers, awesome. So that was all from Steve, and I just wanted to say thanks to the absolute tremendous hospitality from Ray and his wife Sunny. They're family, and it was finally nice to be able to meet Sunny. But holy cow, there was going to be no losing any weight under her watch. She gave me some really cool coasters. It's a set of 4. They got the little rubber feet so they don't slide around, and they look like this. And that is actually an opener. so it'll open your bottle, or you could even use that to open the edge to open a can. But yeah, that's awesome. Those will get used. Thank you, Sonny. As a matter of fact, let me put one out. And I suppose if you had to, you could use them as you could hang them out at 1,000 yards and use them as targets. Speaking of openers, Nihap, you stole my opener. Ray gave me an opener too, and he's like, I'm gonna need an opener, and you already have two, so. Ed gave me an opener also. It's really cool. The Air Force symbol on it. And challenge. It's like a challenge coin. I know this one works. This one got used for 3 days. As a matter of fact, I'm surprised it still works. Ed also gave me a U.S. Air Force retired challenge coin. Really cool looking. Christine wants to steal that because, you know, she is an Air Force brat. And last but not least, B gave us all these like biohazard challenge coins that we're out there. So that, thank you B. That's it's gonna go right here next to my Y2K bug. I know I've shown this, but it's just cool as hell. My kids made it. The Y2K bug. You guys remember the Y2K scare? Let's see. Got more things, but let's get into today's beer. What are we going to look at today? Well, this was inspired by the beers that Stephen Bush sent. So, and this was one from Johnnie. Another one from Artisan Ales, Prairie Gold.
I thought you were still watching YouTube.
No, I decided to drink instead. But her coming down the stairs reminded me of something. Talked to Bobby last night. You guys that are friends with Yankee 4. He's in North Carolina. Massive devastation going out there. Flooding. Let's just say that he has some unusually big-ass tires on his pickup truck and an 8-inch body lift, and the water was up to his headlights. He's cool. I mean, the house and everything, everything survived. I mean, all those prepper rules. You got the solar and the generator, and kind of makes me wonder what the hell some of you people do with your generators. Because if you're gonna have like 4 feet of water around your house,
where the hell do you put it?
Where's the generator go? Oh, Shelby joined us too.
Yeah.
But talked to Bobby last night. He said a lot of people are worried about him, and a lot of people in that area, like Such has been checking in on him. I guess. I'm sorry, Bobby. As soon as you said it, I instantly saw like black helicopters. FEMA has taken over the fiber optic line, so what used to be an absolute incredible high-speed internet for him is been reduced down to but a mere trickle. So he's not able. It's like the amount of time it takes him to like leave a comment or try to comment or send out an email has become impossible. So he just wanted anybody that has been wondering about him, worried about him, that he is safe. Thank God for that. So Bobby, Yankee 4. Cheers to you, my friend. I'm glad the family and everybody is safe.
All that from me just coming down the dang stairs.
Well, I told him last night I was going to say something. I don't know. You coming down the stairs, it was like...
Ding, ding, ding.
I don't know. Well, I thought of his story. He said that as of last night, the water was... he has like 5 or 6 steps, and the water was below the second. So he said it's finally to the point where if he had to, he could drive somewhere.
Yeah.
Fun times. So... Steve Steve. Steve sent a whole bunch of Oklahoma beers, and this was an Oklahoma beer that Johnny Watson sent. And I thought, you know, what the hell? I asked you guys to vote, and this one got voted down. It's been a little while. Sour bottle conditioned golden ale. And Steve said that sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not, and evidently it's not exactly a cheap beer. It looks like I don't know if that's a whisker. It kind of looks like he's got a heater. Is that fish smoking?
Yep.
That fish is smoking.
It looks like a catfish.
A catfish that's smoking. So
That's what it looks like.
well, let's try out the I know this worked because I had to check them out while we were out there. But check out the bottle opener / coaster that Sonny sent.
Oh, it's Christmas for Eric.
Holy shit! Well, that was like a champagne bottle. So much for being careful with it.
Oh, Shelby.
Hey Shelby, want to get shit-faced? Okay, that was a beer fall. Let's see what's left in here.
Nothing. It's all on the floor.
Well, let me give you guys that don't know a quick science lesson. Bottle condition means that they did not use carbonation to make the carbonation inside this bottle. It was all done through sugars and yeast and a little bit of magic. And yeah.
What time is your sister done with work?
5.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so now I can't get any closer to the camera in this because Lake fucking Beer is right there. Matter of fact, maybe pull down a fishing line and see if we can catch us some catfish right there.
I don't want no catfish.
Yeah, personally, I'm not a fish fan. You, hang on one second. You want to grab a bunch of sunflower seeds and pistachios and go out and have a good time out in the boat? I'll go with you. I didn't get my boat to go fishing. I reserve all that for Chuck. Wow, that was the absolute most violent beer, considering that has been sitting for quite a while. Oh my
Did you get
God.
paper towels?
Yeah, I rang off the entire rack.
Do you need more?
No, but
Oh Jesus, Mary and Joseph, it stinks like a brew house down here.
Okay, could you hand me a towel from over there? Hey Shelby, look what you're missing. Here, get in on this. You like
I
it?
don't have a towel over here.
What?
We ain't using my green one. I don't have that towel of beer.
Well, you know, there's a good chance I might actually wash it before I put it back in the pantry.
Wash it right away, cause
Okay, well that was fun.
I have to give you my Slimer green towel.
Wow, that's
Talk about taking one for the team.
taking one for the team. Actually, I got most of it wiped up. I just need someplace to. So this much is left.
Well, you'd think you'd know how to open up beer by now.
I know, you know, of all the things I have for a skill set, you'd think that would be the one thing that I have down perfectly. That shit was coming out of there like a pressure washer.
It must be pretty good because what you didn't slurp up.
Well, Shelby likes it. Okay, well, as you can see, it looks a lot like a wheat beer.
Blondie!
Or a blonde ale.
You didn't catch that reference, did you? Yeah, okay.
Meow, meow, meow. Okay, this train wreck has turned into a brew review. Now scratch that. Flip it.
That was a dyslexia statement. If there's such a thing. I don't know.
Well, Shelby likes it. Don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you, baby doll? Yeah, you're a good girl. Unlike Chuck, he's an asshole. I don't know where that came from, I'm sorry.
I keep picking on poor Chuck.
Okay, so, carbonation, there appears to be some.
Some.
Yeah, some. Okay. It's kind of a citrusy white, like a white ale or
Are you looking at me? I got nothing. I ain't drinking it.
it actually doesn't smell bad, but which is good because it's everywhere.
It smells like a beer house.
Okay, so cheers.
That's she's putting together an entertainment center.
Samantha's building an entertainment center. There's actually not someone at the door being ignored. Cheers, guys. And Bobby, cheers. Glad you're safe, my friend.
Cheers, Lars.
Don't start with him. Oh, those sour notes come out.
Sour notes come out.
Yeah, want to try it?
Oh.
Kind of like one of your wines with lots of bubbles in it.
Are you trying to compare it to my Stella Rosa?
No, that's just. Who is it?
Wrong. You know, she's all the way upstairs. I can't believe that you can hear it all the way down here. We have a poorly insulated house.
Okay, starts with those sour notes.
No.
Overall, yeah. See, Bobby, you're getting your other wish. The damn dog and Christine are here.
Well, I have to supervise because if you open up another bottle.
Yeah, I might need lessons. Now, if I would have dropped that or whatever, but that has been sitting patiently in the refrigerator waiting for today. And Johnnie, what has it been? 3 weeks that it's been sitting there? I'm pretty sure if it got shook up on the trip from Texas, I'm pretty sure it's probably okay. No, it has a get the bitter up front. Oh, I'm telling you, this is one I'm kind of having a problem kind of nailing down the flavor. It's kind of almost a sour, kind of fermented fruit. You know, that's called wine. Kind of like if it sat there a little bit more, it might turn into something. Seriously, try it.
Wine.
Well, you know, what is all beer but not wine?
It smells awful. It's got a bitter taste, but there's a aftertaste of fruit.
Yeah, like grapes?
A mixed fruit. It's not one distinguished kind of fruit.
No. Grapes are one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Something a little bit tart, though, like a raspberry or a blueberry.
Yeah, tossed in a couple Fruit Loops.
We're here. Right, Shelby? Want to say hi? I know how much you enjoy being picked up.
She's like, no, I'm quite happy sitting here on this towel that
No.
smells like beer.
Now she's like, she's relaxing on the towel.
That smells like beer.
That smells like beer. Don't know how that happened.
I don't know, Eric, how did that happen?
Alcohol percentage? Did I say what the alcohol percentage was?
Did it say on the
It's
bottle?
really mild
It is.
6.5. Actually, that kind of surprises me.
Does it say anything else on there? No.
Yeah, it says don't open ever.
You still have a little bit in here. Do you want me to?
It's like freaking. That's the one. That's the one that should have been this one.
Yeah, no kidding, rocket fuel.
I must have got the liquids inside the bottles mixed up. Okay, throwing in some gun chat. If you guys that have seen one of the ebomey videos, one of the things that I did right away on my Rock Island 2011 10mm was I took the original grips off of it, which were awesome grips actually. They were a pair of grips that looked just like this. Paul Hasman 440 has... Who ended up with the set that was actually on the Rock Island? Paul, I think Paul has the VZs, and the ones that and the VZs are also on the Rock Island. But long story short, these are Loke grips, which you've heard me talk about before. If I had the Loke grip and the VZ grip sitting side by side and said, go ahead, take a look at them, you know, he cuts out for the, don't let me get in your way. He cuts out for the ambi if you want it, the magwell. This ones are beveled for a magwell and notched out for a magwell. He saw my video and he's like, oh man, if I would have known, I would have just done all that for you on yours, because on my original set that I did them myself. But recently I got three more sets. If your memory serves, these were the ones that I had on the Rock Island. I love them, but there was a side of me that really liked this golf ball pattern that was on the original grips. So they made me a set for them. So I swapped, still stayed with the burnt orange, got the thumb groove. It's for a magwell. It's beveled in the back to accommodate it. It's also notched for an ambi safety. So, but wait, there's more.
For $9.99.
So yeah, no, it's $19.99.
Oh, yeah,
he told me to go and look at a few different sets and let him know which ones I liked, and I was at his custom one, and he had a pair of black grips that all they did is they cut out the Punisher logo, but it was recessed. That was all. It was kind of like a ghost image. If you look carefully, you could see it. And I asked him about that. He goes, you know, right now I'm actually experimenting. If you would like, I will make up a prototype set and send them out to you. So I believe I have the first set from Loke that are Punisher grips with inlays. So it actually sticks out just a little bit. Kind of works in your favor as more grip. But and I asked him to do the thumb groove. These are awesome. And I have to say, what got me interested in dealing with Loke is, if you're getting the exact same thing as something else, nothing against VZ. I'm sure there's people out there like, I'll only use VZ. That's good. That's good. Great for you. But I saved 25 bucks by going with Loke and got the exact same thing. As a matter of fact, I think I got better. And if nothing else, I have never had the customer relations with VZ like I have with the owner of Loke. Great guy. Cares about his company and what his customers think. And I really like the way these look on the Ruger. These are staying on there. I actually thought that maybe I wouldn't like them, and that's what these originally were for, is to go on here. But after actually getting my chance to see them and looking at the work. Just awesome. Loke grips. I'll be doing the ebomey video on those. Okay, so for sour beers, this definitely is not the best one I've had. The brewery, thanks to her actually. The brewery spelt weird. P-R-U-E-R-Y.
What's that thanks to me for?
Because the very first one I ever had from the brewery was the maple.
Oh yeah, the big maple leaf.
So, on the E scale, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's lacking a few things. I mean, like, I could use more alcohol. Steve looks like he's nailed most of those out of the park, though. I would say Artisan nails Prairie Gold on the E scale. I'm going to give this a 7.5. Of all the sours that I've had, and I do like the style. Some of the ones from the brewery are just incredible. That one, not a great representation of the potential of them out there. It's drinkable. I mean, could I drink it all night long?
No.
Yeah, we just lip sync that. Could I drink it all night long?
No. That's gonna look like a terrible Godzilla movie.
Nendiska. I also got a care package from Jim, my brother Jim, my brother from a different mother. Hornet Fixer. You professional people know him. He's a really big fucking deal. I know he's much bigger than that loser Urban Armed. And you may say, what's in the box? Well, I appreciate that Jim sent me stuff. Don't take this wrong, Jim. But next time I see you, I think I'm going to hit you.
Styrofoam peanuts.
Fucking styrofoam peanuts! And what made it worse is the 50 AE and the military use only box of 5.7 by 28 opened. And while they were in there...
You spin me.
You spin me right round, baby, right round. Little chunks of styrofoam every fucking place. Stuck to my face, to my body, and my hands. Every single bullet had multiple pieces on it. Love you, Jim. What was in the box? For starters, there was another mag for the big boy, the 50 AE.
Oh, Christmas for Eric again.
Chuck doesn't have one of these.
What?
Chuck's the only person I know that with 5 shots could probably take out 20 people.
Eric!
Three more mags for the 5.7. Oh look, styrofoam. Speaking of the big boy, a holster, so I can start carrying this now. I heard that.
I heard.
You just snorted. Outside the waistband, leather holster, a Desert Eagle original item here. And then, like I said, he also, let's see, he sent Great Divide Brewing sticker, the manual for the 5.7, and evidently Desert Eagle is so cool that they put their manual on a, oh look, styrofoam, they put their information on a DVD. So, didn't you tell me you used to carry the 5.7? I need to get a holster for that. Now my feet are going to smell like beer. So that's that. What do you want to you guys want to look at tomorrow? I'm glad you asked, because we're going to look at something from Steve. The question is what are we going to look at? Because I can honestly say, of all the stuff that Steve sent, every single one on its own looks pretty damn good. And I don't have a day off for the next probably
30 days.
Next 30 days. Working 30 days on and none off. Like, just in case you know who you are. You remember when we wanted to start this project when it was really frickin' nice and wasn't raining? Well, now we have to put a top on a house and get it all sealed up before that stuff comes. And what's it going to take? Yeah, working 30 days straight. So
Thank you.
So there's no weekend, so trying to save something special is irrelevant. So many things in here look good. Just like I said though, when we open this bottle or can of aged 1050, it'll be side by side with a fresh one, just as a comparison. So that's probably out. What's tomorrow? Thursday. That one is interesting and has chilies in it. I know. I'm not gonna look. Christine, you can anything but this one. That one is gonna have to be a twofer. Okay, so you want me to give you a quick recap because I'm sure that they'd be happy to hear all about it again. This is an imperial stout aged on coffee. It all cocoa nibs, vanilla beans, and chili peppers. This one.
Chili and coffee?
Yeah.
Oy, oy.
This one is Coffee Nemesis, an imperial stout, heavy hitter, obviously in the coffee realm. This is an IPA, so it's very citrusy, and it's got a mad scientist on the. This is an imperial stout, kind of like the rest of these, but not. Rocket Fuel is an IPA, a double IPA, and another stout. Go.
Okay.
Old Rasputin. Again, I know I've had this because there was a little place up over the hill that got put out of business.
Great. I picked one that you already had.
But I don't think I have a brew review on it. So, and I only had one, and it was roughly 2 or 3 years ago. 9% by volume. And we'll shake this up really good so it blows up everywhere when we open it tomorrow. Just kidding, I'm not going to. Actually, with that kind of high alcohol. See, that's another thing. If you're a craft brewer, the more alcohol, the harder it is to create that.
Lift off.
Yeah. Alcohol keeps a lot of that in check. That was completely ridiculous. Okay. Other than that, save this for the end, so only the diehards are here, whatever. If anybody's interested, I changed a few of my rifles around, and I am not planning on using my EOTech G33 magnifier. Obviously, it would be the original box, and this was the magnifier. It has, I don't know, it obviously hasn't been to combat. It has the heavy D10 rare earth magnet flipped to side, so that you can use it or not use it. It's a 3 times magnifier, and it's made by EOTech, and obviously take it with a grain of salt because I'm saying it because I'm trying to sell it. EOTech, I'm not sure who makes their glass, but they use awesome glass, and that's the reason that this thing brand new is $550+ And this is how it's going to go down. You want to know what I want for it? If you're, say, somebody that's a good friend of mine, I'm going to be very negotiable because I'm just trying to offset the cost of the scope that went on the rifle. So, like for instance, if you're Stephen Bush, you're going to get it for probably a couple $100s off. If you're, say, one of my other friends, you know, like Dirt Dart, Joey Cuz, all cool dudes, you know, you're probably in the savings of $150, $175 range. For instance, like if you're Chuck, I'm going to sell that bitch for $1,100.
Stop picking on Chuck.
No, seriously, if anybody's interested in the magnifier, I'm just not planning on using it. It sat on my rifle behind my EOTech EXPS 3.4, and I moved the EOTech over to my pistol, AR pistol, and that's where it's going to stay. That EOTech works so great. It's got such big glass. When you come up, if you're thinking about building a close quarters combat rifle and you go with an AR platform in the pistol fashion, the EOTech, I realize they're pricey, but it's the way to go because it has such a big and easily found red dot versus, say, something like the Spark. You know, it's going to take longer for you to acquire that dot. And if it's going on a pistol, close quarters combat, I don't need a magnifier. So I basically have a purpose-built close quarters combat rifle, AR pistol, longer range. You know, I got a chance to shoot the ACSS from Primary Arms while I was out. Both Ed and Johnnie C308 both had them on their stuff, and nothing against Ed. Ed knows his shit too, but Johnny's like a frickin' operator. When Johnny goes with something, you just know it's a great combination. And shooting his rifle, his Noveski, with the Primary Arms ACSS 1x6 at I think we were shooting at, I think that long shot was something slightly farther than 200 yards, and Johnny's like, oh yeah, I mean the ACSS, I'll do a review on it, but the ACSS has a horseshoe, and all you had to do is hook the top of the horseshoe on the target 200 yards away, kabloom, ting, kabloom, ting. It's like, oh my god, it's just that. Well, that Noveski is a pretty sweet shooter, as Jerry would have said. That's a sweet shooter, brother. Yeah, okay, Leprechaun.
You know, stop calling him that because I started that, and now he's going to come back to me and yell at me because now everybody calls him that. You put the brew in there already, okay, because, you know, you went off on a gun tangent yet again.
Old Rasputin tomorrow, if there is a tomorrow. And thank you, Steve, for the goodies, and thank you, Jim, for. You can never have enough mags, covered in styrofoam.
Christmas for Eric.
So, okay, guys, cheers, and again, cheers, Bobby. I'm glad everybody is safe. So, everybody wondering again about Yankee 4, he's still hanging in there. Everything's all good. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Over and out.
Any last words, Shelby?
Rough.
She's got nothing.